Hey everybody, so I'm going to address this before I go to sleep tonight. Now, I came on to YouTube today to watch a few of my fellow YouTube creators today to try to calm down my shakiness that I had when I woke up today. And I saw the most hideous false advertisement other than VRIP. False advertisement that you could see in this country. Oh my freaking God. Are you kidding me? You can try to demonetize me all you want, but I'm going to say it as a woman. Are you fucking kidding me? With this false advertisement bullshit. First of all, I have friends that were pregnant this year and they gave birth just fine, and a friend that miscarried, and not one of them had a problem with the police. Now, what the fuck kind of false advertisement, goddamn bullshit are you letting on YouTube? And I'm gonna address you for this. What the fuck kind of false goddamn advertisement bullshit the fuck are you letting on here? It's bad enough you let Ellen DeGeneres and the Kardashians try to take up our airtime and our money. Where's my check, by the way? You should pay me for addressing these false advertisements. First, I addressed VRIP. Because they were saying, oh, YouTube only does this for the masses. No, I don't for the masses. Exercise for the masses. No. My low impact exercises, excuse me, I've had another seizure today. That's day 3. It's for people with disabilities or medical issues. Okay? It's not for people that can do really high impact exercises. So it's not for the masses. Okay, and then you want to put these paid ass headies from Hollywood or modeling industry in a false advertisement trying to say, oh, well, I got pulled over by a cop and he wanted to know if I had an illegal miscarriage. Excuse you? Stop that shit. Stop that propaganda motherfucking bullshit. And I'm gonna curse through this whole thing. What the fuck are you doing? First of all, I love my president. You don't like that? Tough fucking shit for you. What did Obama do for you? Oh, he gave you a free phone. He gave you what? Oh, he tried to make you privileged. What did that do to America? America's in fucking shambles. There's more violence now, and it has to be fixed. We're more in debt now than we were. And it has to be fixed, like now. Now, people, now. Let me tell you something. Those little politicians that switched sides, they did it so they wouldn't lose their jobs. Then they flipped the coin again so they wouldn't lose their jobs. But you know what? Half of them had to walk away because he wasn't playing like that. President Trump wasn't playing like that. And let me tell you something. Keep talking shit about my president. And keep talking shit about my first lady. Let me tell you something. She was used for human trafficking. Stop talking shit about her. Stop talking shit about her. What do I know about human trafficking? Somebody tried to use my daughter for human trafficking. I stopped that shit in a heartbeat. That's what I know about human trafficking. I stopped the bad guys just like that because I had somebody to back me up. And I still have those people to back me up. And it sure as fuck isn't the Clintons. That's as dirty can get. Dirty as dirty can get. Fuck the Clintons. And fuck the dirty ass Clinton Foundation and their dirty ass dealings. And this propaganda fucking advertisement shit that I saw today. Every time I see these advertisements, you're gonna see me do one of these videos. Okay? Because I'm gonna put a stronghold on these false advertisements. I know, my fingers are creepy. I'm gonna do a stronghold on these false advertisements. I don't want to see them. They don't belong here. They belong here as much as the Kardashians and Ellen. I'm saying it straight as it is. They just don't belong here. Don't take up our airtime and don't take up our space. Don't take up our money. You don't belong here in the YouTube community. Those types of advertisement do not belong here. Don't try your fucking race baiting here. And I'm saying it as an Indigenous American woman. Then you have these little crybaby asses like, oh, well, I'm gonna cry because I'm black and, well, we this and we that. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I have friends of different nationalities. Black, white, Latino, all different Latinos, okay, Asian, okay, and being Indigenous American, my gynecologist tried to sterilize me. Let's see that try to happen to you guys. Oh, that's right. You have freedom that we don't. That's not going to happen to you. Because George H.W. Bush made a bill. You go ahead and check this out. Made a bill, and it's still going to this day that Indigenous American women in the population are to be sterilized by a certain age. That's right. And when my gynecologist tried to do that to me, I told him where I could stick his fucking instrument. So now when you want to open up your mouth and say this, that, and everything else, you can go fuck yourself in your little advertisements. You have more freedom than Indigenous American people. You are not sovereign. That's right. You're not sovereign. Look it up. Go to the Liberty Bell. I dare you to. Go to Philadelphia. Go to the Liberty Bell. Dare you to. Dare you to. In there, you will find a picture of an Indigenous American chief. And by the way, Indians come from India, you fucking idiots. Indians come from India. Whole different country. Indians come from India. Christopher Columbus was found lost at sea. There should be no Columbus Day. No Columbus Day. Because he's a fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. Let's see. He took Indigenous American, killed a bunch, and took a bunch into slavery. Because he was a slave trader. Oh, there's some history for you. Oh, isn't that too bad when you had to learn something? When I see these false advertisements here, I will fucking teach you something. Every time I see them, I'm going to teach you a lesson. Because everybody always wants to say something. Okay, now that they're done demonetizing, and I shouldn't say Taino Indian because, well, like I said, we're not from India. They're the Taino tribe from Florida, ran off by the Spaniards. And the sad part is a lot of Puerto Ricans have seemed to have forgotten their indigenous American heritage. And this is the sad part. They're not Spaniards. They're not Spanish at all. The last full-blood Taino, and because I know the family that person came from, died off about, I would say, roughly 10 years ago. You're Native American, you're not fucking Spanish. You're not Latino at all. You only had to learn the Spanish language because of the Spanish. The Spaniards forced the Spanish language on you. Get that yet? You're Native American. You're not Spanish. You're Native American. Do you know that I actually had to teach that to a history teacher? And when the history teacher looked it up, the history teacher was like, oh, you're right. I didn't know that. You're right. Well, no shit, I'm right. Learn your tribes. And then people seem to forget the first slaves in America You ready for this? You ready for this? Don't faint. Don't faint. Don't faint. We're Indigenous American. Oh my gosh, people. Holy crap, Batman. They weren't black. They didn't come from Africa. In the second round were little Irish kids. Oh, holy crap, Batman. Holy Irish kids. They had to work in the fields with the Indigenous American people. And the Indigenous American people took care of the little white kids. Wow. And then the Africans came over. Wow. Oh, holy history, Batman. So stop your fucking bitching. Your ancestors' brown fingers were picking cotton with my ancestors' brown fingers. Except for my ancestors, most of my ancestors were killed off while yours were living. How about that? Holy history lessons back and forth, Batman. So stop your motherfucking bitching. You guys have more fucking freedom to do what you want. When your ancestors were freed, you were told you're free to go. You don't want to leave. You want to stay. Well, where are we supposed to go? Anywhere but here. But we only know here. Where are we supposed to go? Out of here. But if you had to stay, you had to pay. You had to pay rent. Shit isn't free. Shit is not free. And see, people think Indigenous Americans get a magic check. There is no magic check, you morons. There is no magic check. There is no magic check just for being Indigenous. You're like, oh, but what about the casinos? First of all, those are owned by the fucking government. Those are owned by the government. Just like that 304 reservations are owned by the government. I would love to invite you to go see the reservations on the West Coast because they look like shit. They look like shit. Yeah, they pretty much do. They're all run down. Yeah, they're pretty much run down. The government doesn't give a shit. Oh, and the college grants that are supposed to go to the Indigenous kids, you know who they're given to? They're given to people overseas. They're not given to Indigenous kids. They're given to people overseas. And you just think Indigenous American people just have the life. Let me tell you something. More Indigenous American kids are more likely to commit suicide than anybody else because of the conditions of the reservation. Because of the conditions of res life. To this day, and President Trump is trying to fix this, bless him for trying. To this day, Congress and Senate takes children off the reservations, and sometimes at birth, takes them away from their parents. And I don't want to hear no bullshit from anybody. Oh, they have to be unfit. No, I know this for a fucking fact because I'm one of them. And I'm looking for my parents. I don't give a shit about money. I'm not looking for that. For tax revenue. The states use us for fucking tax revenue. Tax revenue. Every state uses the res kids for tax revenue. Why your asses are roaming around free. Res kids get used for tax revenue. That's right. Res kids get used for tax revenue. How would you like it if you were used for tax revenue so that the government can make $1 off of you when you're born? Snatch you away from your parents and mark you as special needs so that you could be used for the government to make $1 off of you. You wouldn't like that, would you? Oh, and by the way, that family gets paid until you stop talking to them. Until you finally find out you're not related to them and you totally cut off communication. You cut off communication with the person you thought was your parent. That person thought, oh, it was cute to give you a DNA test for your birthday, and you have to call them up and do a Maury Povich. You are not my parent. Who is? And then you know what you do? You do this Google search, and then you find out the person by the name that you were given that was actually listed as an obituary. Not a birth date, it was listed as an obituary on that same day. In the same town, at the same hospital. How about that? But to see this ad today, to say, oh, it's so dangerous for women to be pregnant in America today. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out with your false fucking advertisement, propaganda, motherfucking bullshit, you fucking raggedy asses. Haggity ass mucking motherfucking muckety bullshit. Get the fuck out with that. I see this shit again. I'm taking down your company name and I will have your shit shut down. Do you got me? Do you got that? Do not let me see that shit on YouTube ever again. And that is just warning 1. There will be no warning 2. Do not let me see that fake ass shit again. Because later on, I had seen 3 of those women in another advertisement on YouTube. Oh, isn't that just so sad? Oh, that's how I know it was fucking actresses. It came from a fucking modeling agency. Shit. Fucking Hollywood fucking bullshit. And they were trying to do this against my president. Don't fucking come up against my president. I will come up against you. Point made. Good night.